Yo, you too, man. It's been a very interesting couple of weeks. It's been a very drama-filled transfer window. We've had Rashford to Barcelona. We've had Umbuemo take like one whole month or however long it took to get to Manchester United. We've had literally took Zubimendi to Arsenal was since freaking Champions League period that got wrapped up, that we got to here we go. It took so long, but this video, we're just going to summarize everything, at least everything, everything that I can remember and I can think about this transfer window, because it's been a very eventful one. So I would like to go, generally I'm mostly going to cover the top six teams, the traditional top six teams, because I know Spurs and United are no longer top 16. Just had to get that in there. But anyway, alphabetically, we start with Arsenal, obviously. So far, what have we done in the window? We've brought in Zubimendi, we brought in Norgard, we brought in, I guess we're bringing in Mascara. Who else do we bring in? And we brought in Madueke and we brought in Kepa. Shit, 5 signings. When has Arsenal... This is what I'm saying. This window is so weird. Arsenal, when last did Arsenal do 5 players in one window? And we're expecting that we're not done. We're expecting that like 2 more players, a striker and a winger or an attacking midfielder, are also coming in. We're expecting that a Gyökeres or an Isak, because we saw some reports. Hey, listen, I don't want to think too much about it. Let's not think too much about it, especially because Isak had some interactions with Liverpool last week, and that was just some scary shit, you know. Hey, listen. If they're going to bring 2 more players, bring them on, right? My only issue is, number one, how are we in phase 6 and we still need these many players? Is it a case where we're about to just evolve from the other players we had before? Like the other players we had before brought us to this point, and now we need more players to take us to the next level. Is that what it is? And then we're supposed to bring in a striker and another attacking player. But the way I know Arsenal, and because I'm not interested in getting heartbroken, I'm just going to accept it that this is all we're going to do. And these are all the 5 players that we've brought in, and that's all we're going to have. You know, essentially the attacking talent is Madueke. Listen, watching his comps, and I don't know, man. See, listen, I'm just going to hope for the best and hope that Arteta can make some magic happen with him. Arteta couldn't make some magic happen with Sterling. Yeah? Arteta couldn't make some magic happen with Sterling when he came on loan, so I don't understand who else. Arteta is, hey, listen, Arteta is not a miracle worker. If you don't have the drive, if you don't have what it takes in you to be what he needs, then hey, as I said, I've seen that he doesn't waste time. He'll get you out the team, get you out the club if you're taking too long to make the magic happen, right? So Kepa as a backup goalkeeper. Hopefully, this is the last we're going to hear of goalkeepers. And like moving forward, it's just going to be Raya and Kepa moving forward. And we don't talk about goalkeepers no more, at least for the next 2 seasons. All right, because Raya is really good. Back-to-back Golden Gloves. When last did we have a goalkeeper that did that? Back-to-back Golden Gloves. In terms of midfield depth, we've got in Jorginho and Partey left to replace them with Norgard and Zubimendi. So we still have the same numbers. Only this time we expect that there'll be younger, more fit, more agile options, right? What I would say though is at the moment it's looking like we're building a whole team full of like personalities. We brought in the former club captain of Brentford in Norgard, and we expect him to. I believe Norgard is Norwegian, right? So that means if Odegaard is also the captain of the Norwegian team, so Norgard is used to Odegaard being his captain, right? So this is what I was thinking, like, Odegaard is essentially meant to be the captain of all these big personalities, all these big players. You got Declan Rice, that is clearly one of the biggest personalities in football, right? And Odegaard is his captain, right? And then you now have some bits of the fan base talking about get the captaincy of Odegaard and give it to Declan Rice. We don't do stupid shit like that. We're a culture club. We are not Man United, yeah, that took the armband off Maguire. For what is the reason you took? How can you take the armband off Maguire just because it felt right? or it felt wrong, or because the fan said so. How can you do that to your own player, bro? And then you now took the number 10 off Rashford's back now that Rashford is going to Barcelona on loan. If now is when they give Cunha the number 10, fair enough. But before Rashford had confirmed the move to a next club, you're giving this number away? Nah, United, man, nah. This is why, these are the things, yeah? These are the... Some might call it ruthless, but I just see it as uncultured. Like, why are you creating that kind of atmosphere? This is why that United camp is full of toxicity, man, and why people don't do well there, man. This is why people don't do well there. What kind of culture is that? What kind of culture is that? How can you... Anyway, Odegaard is our captain. Odegaard is going to be our captain till he leaves the club, and that's just how it has to be. That's just why it is, man. He was our captain during the dark times, captained us into this seemingly bright times, and we'll see how it goes, bro. This is why we talk about having a group of captains, right? A leadership group, not just one man being there's a leadership group. We've got Gabriel as a leader, we've got Norgard as a leader, we've got Declan Rice as a leader, we've got Odegaard as a leader, we've got Saka as a leader, we've got Havertz on some level, we've got Marino on some level. These are personalities, bro. Leadership. Speaking of Havertz, bro, my man's come back looking like me. Havertz has come back looking like some Terminator shit. Looking like he's out for blood. Looking like, hey, listen, I'm serious, man. So we'll see how that works out, right? We'll see what happens with that. Madueke, hey, bring your skills, bring your flair, bring your talent, bring your capability, bring your speed, and that, listen, what else can we ask for, right? What else can we ask for from our forward player? We would have asked for someone that, because, hey, see, listen, he's already here. Welcome, my G. Do some swag, hey, listen, we need more personality. The guy's entirely marketable, bro. And I just need, the Madueke thing is, once he just shows up, he just needs to play 1, 2, 3 games perfectly well, and the Arsenal brand will take him to places that he didn't know he could go. As I said, the only issue is, in terms of like the disconnect between the rest of the team, Madueke is a single guy. More times, Arsenal players are all in committed relationships and they're all family men. But hey, listen, I don't know any other Arsenal player that would have been caught at wireless. Let's just put it like that. I don't know any other Arsenal player that is like a Drake fan, all this type of stuff. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is what you do on the pitch and what kind of mentality you have up here. And I expect that these things are contagious. I don't imagine a world where if Madueke, because I spoke to a Chelsea fan about Madueke and he explained that Madueke's got the talent. It's just the case where his mentality is what isn't the best, as in he can score a goal, and because he scored a goal, he could just check out and he probably won't track back, he won't work as hard, all them kind of stuff. But I believe the fucking standards, bro. We've got standards. And he had to have known that before he came. And Arteta had to have known all of this. So Madueke is going to be a good signing. It just is what it is. Added to our attack. So yeah, hopefully this is not the business done for Arsenal. Hopefully more things get done. But as I say, I've made my peace I've made my peace with the fact that this could probably be the end of the window for Arsenal. Right? But we'll see what happens. Now on to Chelsea, man. I believe Chelsea, all they've done is sign two strikers. Like Jackson, yeah, as a man, yeah, as a person, as someone that's got a responsibility, that's got a job, I can't imagine how incredible it must feel. Them signing not one, but 2 other people that are supposed to be that are brought in to do the same job that you were brought in to do. It's a clear sign and a clear showing by your organization that they don't rate you, they don't trust you, and you haven't been the best. Bro, they brought 2 people. Nicholas Jackson, you're meant to be the striker of Chelsea, and then they've brought in 2 new strikers in the lap. And João Pedro, on your head top. On your head top, bro. Nah, that's wild, bro. That is wild. Hopefully, I guess he's trying to leave, so it just is what it is. João Pedro looks like him and Cole Palmer. When I watched that Club World Cup final, I felt it. The beautiful part about football is that there's some metaphysical things you can't feel, you can't touch. Like when I was watching that game, just seeing how PSG were losing their duels, seeing how their passes weren't working, seeing how the things were trying. When a team is going to lose a game, you can see it. You can feel it. So there's certain things in football that you can feel, and it just is what it is. No one knows how to describe it. No one knows how to explain it. But you know it when you see it. You feel it when you know it and when you see it. And then that's just what it turns out to be. Yeah? I felt Cole Palmer and João Pedro have a sick connection. So we'll see about that. Listen, it feels like João Pedro is about to activate Cole Palmer and vice versa. So I really believe Chelsea are about to be a really good, serious team next season. It's just like us, yeah? The difference is, look at the difference. When we first dipped our toes in the title race, we stayed, since we dipped our toes in the title race, that 2022-2023 season, we've not dropped from that. We stayed there, finished second, and we just stayed there. You know, so I believe last season was Chelsea dipping their toes in the title race, and hopefully they stay there, make it more interesting. But come on, you man haven't beaten us in so many years, so I'm really not worried about you, man. I'm only, as long as Arsenal is not in the competition, yeah, Chelsea might win. But as long as Arsenal is in the same competition as Chelsea, I'm fine. I just have too much belief and faith in our experience and our know-how, especially when it comes to the Premier League. That will be better than you, man. So it just is what it is. Yeah, you've signed your 2 new strikers. Good luck with all that good stuff. And yeah, on to the next one. I guess the next one is the Man City, right? Man City, typical shit. Sign bare players, and hopefully they hope that they can put them all together and it works out. I was meant to talk about Liverpool anyway. Anyway, still on Man United. Sorry, Man City. They've signed all these bare players. They've signed Cherki. They've signed Reinders. They've signed... Who else have they signed, bro? I don't even give a fuck. I just know they just have so many players. And it's a case where... Just like the Chelsea model, yeah? If you put a lot of players that know how to play, if you put them together, and you keep putting them together in different iterations, in different starting lineups, in different combos, in different tactics, eventually shit is meant to work. It's just going to go bang. And it's a case where they still have Haaland. They're still a machine up top. And then Rodri's back. Going to feel like a new signing, right? So, we'll see. For some reason, I'm no longer scared of Man City. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But it just feels like the superstar players that they had, they're all done. And could it be a case of... Because let's be real. When Kevin De Bruyne came in, right... Yeah, he had some clout from Wolfsburg, similar to how Cherki has some clout from French League, and how, I guess, Reinders has some clout. I'm not going to let people gaslight me about this Reinders. I'll know him. And every single time I see a clip of Reinders, it's the same game, the same one goal that I keep seeing. And I've not done my research about him. So, unlike Cherki, there's hype. There's enough comps. There's enough games that I've seen him. But anyway, whatever. Whatever with the Reinders, bro. Whatever with Reinders. My point is, City, I don't feel fear when I'm more scared of Chelsea than I am of City. Let me just put it like that. So hopefully they stay dormant and they just stay in and around it, right? To keep the shit competitive. Maybe they win the little FA Cup here or there, but like I just feel they've just lost their magic. However, Pep could make some magic out of these man. So we'll see how it happens with City. Now let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool last week when I heard that they were trying to sign Isak, right? The first thing that came to my mind is it won't work. What do I mean? We've seen different times when teams believe that you can just assemble the Avengers and then that'll just lead to just dominance. We've seen PSG try to do it. Assemble Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. It didn't work. We've seen Real Madrid do it. I'm talking about when they had Zidane, when they had fucking Beckham, when they had all these stuff. The real what's that word? Galacticos. The Galacticos didn't win the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? So my point is sometimes putting too many quality superstars together probably shouldn't work. So this is what I'm hoping. If Liverpool, for some reason, get fucking Isak, I expect it not to work. I hope it shouldn't work because the data and the precedence of doing too much combination of too many superstars together seemingly doesn't like working. There was a time United had Zlatan, they had Pogba, bro. They had Rashford in the same team. They had all this, but I mean, I guess they won the Europa League, but in the league, they didn't win the league, bro. They won the Europa League because they were one of the best teams in there. So it's just, that's just what I'm going to say because Liverpool have done mighty fine business this window, yeah. Liverpool have done mighty fine business in this window, signed Wirtz, seemingly the best attacking midfielder in the world right now. Liverpool have signed him, and for a world record, for a record fee, bro. They broke the transfer record fee. The same way they broke the record fee for a defender, they broke the record fee for a goalkeeper. Nah, I think that's Kepa. But my point is, Liverpool like to come across as a club that they don't spend too much money. But then you guys are always breaking records, bro. You guys always. So what kind of gaslighting is going on? But anyway, see, listen, Liverpool will definitely be in the title race again next season, and they'll be in the Champions League battle again. So next season this is why football is the best thing ever. Every preseason always feels like next season is going to be the best season. Every time a new season is about to start, it always feels like shit, next season is going to be fire. And sometimes it lives up to that hype and other times it doesn't. But the point is, the fact that everyone feels this way, right? That shit, next season is going to be something serious. Next season is going to be something silly, something ridiculous, something entertaining, something worth investing in, you know? And I'm fully invested in next season. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, man, in terms of watching the gameplays, in terms of feeling the vibes from the teams, from the games, to see who's more likely to win. Yeah, that's just how I feel. And then United, Man United, shameless club. I don't know, man. Like, they signed Cunha. I'm not impressed by Cunha. I'm so sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just not impressed by Cunha. Yeah, he's a gunman. But all his goals, right? Every single thing I see about him, like, they just seem like it's him just saying, fine, I'll do it myself. And just lacing it. But it's like, bro, when you play for United, I don't see people giving you all that room to just put your laces through it all the time. So, and I don't even know where he'll play. What kind of formation with their three at the back, wing backs? I don't even understand. Talking about Ahmad, that's meant to be a right winger, playing right wing back. I don't understand with their 2 10s. I'm not interested in understanding how United want to play. I just know they want to put Cunha in the same team as Xerxes, as Højlund, as Ahmad, and then they're bringing in Mbeumo. First of all, it was embarrassing how long it took for Mbeumo to come. However, what I would say is, I don't wish them the best, and I pray next season they fail. I don't wish United the best, and I'm happy to see their downfall. You know, they deserve it. You know, they deserve it for being such a cultureless club and for being a fucking cheating ass. Like, nah. Let me not get emotional about United. It is what it is about United. But hey, Mbeumo scored 19 goals last season. That's a quality player. That's one of the best players from last season. And then they've signed him. So, for what it's worth, as much as United piss me off, they'll just always be United, bro. Like, they've got the clout to sign one of the highest rated players in the Premier League to come to their club, regardless of what position they finished in last season. So you just have to respect it, man. You just have to respect the institution that is Manchester United. And it just goes to show about the investments from the past. As Jose Mourinho would say, investments from the past. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, Spurs. Looks like all they've been able to do is kudos. So we'll see. I guess we give them kudos for getting in kudos. Yeah, hopefully it's a good signing for them. But still, nothing to be worried about as a team. I'm really not. In the end, the only teams that concern me is Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Man City, and Chelsea. The rest of you, man, do what you want. Because Newcastle, and then just a cheeky, you know, talking about because Newcastle are in the Big Six. They've been there. And they still are there, bro. They're always in and around the conversations. So we'll just have to accept the fact that maybe we change it to a Big 7, where we insert Newcastle back in there. Or just leave them as Big 6 and then they take someone's place. When Arsenal were coming 8th, not 15th, not 17th, these men were so quick to say, yeah, Arsenal. They were so quick to get Arsenal out of the Big 6 and bring in Leicester. What if we say fuck off United, fuck off Spurs, and then we bring in fucking Newcastle? Nah, I believe let's just make it Big 7 or whatever. Because Newcastle, they've got some heritage. Newcastle have got some heritage. They've got, listen, the highest goal scorer in the whole Premier League history played for Newcastle. And he did it at Newcastle. So it just is what it is. They've got one of the highest rated footballers, man like Alexander Isak. Hopefully it comes to the Arsenal. But yeah, that's just a quick rundown of what I've thought about the transfer window so far. Please like, comment, subscribe. We're going to do some more videos. Obviously, pre-season has started. It looks like Arsenal beat Watford behind the doors, game friendly pre-season, whatever. Someone said Norgard scored a bicycle kick. But I need to find out what's it called? You know all these games that they don't fucking publicize and stuff. I need to find the highlights so I can see what going in that game, see what I'd like to see. But the first game's next week. I think we're playing AC Milan. That'll be our first time maybe seeing Norgard, seeing Madueke. Hey, come on, you Gunners. Let's start this preseason sexy and let's go into next season with all the ginger and all the righteousness that we've worked towards. Catch you guys in the next one.